Good morning, my clever creations of consciousness. It's almost 6:30 in the morning on moving day. Moving day. Actual moving day. I've been actually awake since probably 5:45. And weirdly, I slept really good, and I'm tired, and I don't want to get up. But the cat said yes. And I thought, you know what, probably a good idea. Let myself get awake before I have to start dealing with all the other last minute crap. Today, we have to fit all the stuff in the car, which would, even though we've done a practice run, there's been stuff added. Because there's, like I said in one of the other videos, there's a lot of stuff the removalists won't take in their truck for insurance purposes, and I kind of get that, but then you don't realize how much there is. So there's that, and I want to share with you guys like the dichotomy of life, like both those two sides. One of my favorite podcasts, The Perspective Shift Now, and they were my favorite before they interviewed me, so there's that. Frank always says, life is not this or that, it's this and that, right? And I kind of got it, but it took a while for me to really get it. And then I'm going through that, like I've done it many times, but I'm sharing with this one with you guys. So this has been something I've worked for 2 years. Well, so 2023, summer of 2023. So in the Southern Hemisphere, that's since like the end of the year. In 2023, the beginning of 2024. At first, we thought we were going to Torquay, and then it slowly morphed for many reasons. It was like, okay, I wanted to be warmer, but not freaking Queensland, hot and sticky like Florida. No, thank you. So I wanted mountains, da 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 da. But the point is, for 2 years, I've kind of worked toward this goal. It's the reason I started doing educational support at the high school, because I worked at the high school, but I did like helping out in the technologies department, which essentially meant cleaning the home economics room and the art room for the most part, sometimes ordering and doing those sorts of things. But, and I wasn't even sure I could be an ES. Like, I was like, do I have the patience for this? Do I have the wherewithal? And it was a great job. I loved it. I really do. And I kind of hope I can do it up there as well. But not every school lets you do that without having a certificate in something or another. So we will see what happens. But last night, despite that it's a dream, it's a goal, and been working towards it and all that sort of stuff. As I've told you, this place has been my home for 12 years, long as I've lived anywhere. And after the people that packed moved, they left. The movers that packed, I don't know how you want to say it. And everything quieted down, and we had our microwave dinner. My kid was like, hey, she goes, this is going to be the last shower that we take here. And I went, yeah, I thought of that. And they talked about how when I took the dog on the walk yesterday, they or thinking about this is the last time the dog will be on this walk or sniff these smells or anything like that. And I was like, yeah. And then by the time I went for my shower, guys, I was all the fear. Like, I could barely breathe. I was panicking, and I could just feel in the back of my mind that scream of no, 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 I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I started to cry, but I was so full of fear and trepidation that I couldn't even really cry. I just could barely catch my breath. And it was kind of frustrating because my mind went into the automatic searching for meaning mode. What does it mean? Like, why am I panicking? If this is my dream, blah, 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 blah. And then because I guess I've been through a lot of therapy, and I've done a lot of neuroscience, and I've done a lot of, different things. I realized it's the dichotomy. Even though I consciously and subconsciously want this for my growth and for my physical health, as well as mental health and that sort of thing, I love, love, love this town. The people in Yay. It's not yeah, because yeah spelled with an H on the end, people. This is Yay with no H. Um, they're my family, you know. The aunties, the uncles, the children, the nieces, the nephews. It's a great place. If you really need a beautiful place that has, gorgeous views and a lovely feel, that's the place to go. I also want a coast, and Yay does not have a coast. So that's why we're moving up to the Shoalhaven region. But my point is, well, I have a lot of points to make, but I'll try to make them a bit more succinct. Even though I've done all that therapy, the body remembers too. We're made up of trillions of cells, and each one of those cells has the complete code for everything in our body. And it remembers not only everything we've been through, but everything our ancestors have been through, at least for the last 7 to 14 freaking generations. Though I'm pretty sure most of this panic is mine. My body, even I've done a lot of therapy and, like I said, a lot of work, but a lot of times I've forgotten to work on my body because our body holds the memory. In those cells, every single one of those cells holds a memory. And they all have a copy of that memory so they can figure out how the genes are supposed to express your DNA, your molecules, how they express, whether, you're going to have good skin or eczema everywhere, or whether you're going to be overweight, or whether you're going to have some sort of disease or illness or something like that. Like that, it holds all that code in there, guys. And mine has been coded with 47 years of trauma and abuse. And in all of that, I have been homeless multiple times. Sometimes from something simple that, a landlord wants to move back in, or they have family members, or they decide they want to sell it, or for whatever reason. And sometimes it's been from something really traumatic. And, like my mom's death, that was quite traumatic. And even though I've done a lot of work around it, there's still a lot of things physically I believe that I hold. So even though consciously, I know that why I'm doing this move, all the things, and I know that, I'm going to miss everyone here, and I'm going to have moments where I'm just going to regret it. Like, I'm not regret it. You get sad, and you miss everything. It's not the same. The house is not the same. The people aren't the same. The shops aren't the same. And then you kind of get, like, when you're overwhelmed, it's like, I miss everybody. I miss my home. Until the other place feels more like home. But my body is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Every time we've moved, it's been, crap, we have to move quickly. Or, holy crap, this happened and I'm hurting. And, yeah, I'm in this horrible, devastated state, but I still have to keep going. And I need to pack the boxes, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. And, oh my God, how am I going to manage this? And where's the money coming from? And blah, 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 blah. And like, it's all there. Like, and, you shouldn't stop it, not with positivity or fake positivity. And I've learned, instead of going, oh, come on, freaking just, you gotta go, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Which my body goes into, my mind goes into sometimes automatically. Just push through. And I start to disassociate, which means it's like I just basically numb. I have no feelings either way. Where what I do now is I honor it and tell myself, instead of, come on, don't be stupid, don't be this, don't be that. I'm like, it's okay. It's all right to be scared. It makes sense. It's all right. You can be scared, but we're still going to go through because this is different. We have support. We are safe. We are loved. I say we because I include Kai. And when I'm doing it just for myself, I'm like, I am safe. I am loved. Now, if I'm doing mirror work, looking in the mirror and affirming to myself, I'll say we. And I know this one's a bit longer. This video is a bit longer. But I wanted you guys to understand that and realize that even though you want something a lot, you've looked at all the things and you went, yep, this feels right. This works on paper, this everything, that there's also the old stuff. And when we honor it and then say, okay, I love you, to yourself, I love you. And I know how hard it is, but we're going to do this. And I'm setting the intention. I'm choosing to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel capable. And I also added observant, and because sometimes I go, that's not good when you're driving. And I've set the intention for Kai to feel the same way. And I have to say, I feel better. It's been about 45 minutes since I set that intention, and I feel good. I'm not excited yet, and I'm not forcing myself to be excited. I'm just forcing myself to not get paralyzed in the fear. And I hope that helps. It's helped me. So thanks for listening. If you have listened to the end, drop a little heart. No, actually, you know what? Drop a paint palette. I think there's an emoji for a paint palette or a paintbrush in there. So drop it to the end, because you are the art and the artist. Life is our greatest creation. Let's choose wisely.